This is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today I will welcome you to our 30th vlog. Wow, can you believe that? I've been doing something for 30 weeks. Not exactly in a row. I've missed 3, I think, so skip a week here and there, but 30 is a big number for me to last for something. So, what are we going to do? First of all, I'm going to put some lip balm on. And second of all, I don't have anything to drink, so hopefully we can get through this without my voice giving out on me. So we will start the week off with last picture I colored, my whips, and my coming ups. So first of all, the last picture I colored was this, and of course it's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, the title page. Did a couple of scribble marks in here which didn't 100% get erased, but other than that I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's a little bit mixed media-ish. I did some work with the white Posca pen to give some nice effect on the gems and the crown. So yeah, pleased with that. And my current whip is in this book as well. I am working on this page right here. This is the page that my Facebook group is coloring together this month. So getting that one started. And I wanted to tell you the pens that I use. I think there's one of everything here. No, I don't have one of those. And I don't have one of those. Okay, so the only one I don't have here is my zebra. Oh, I have totally forgotten the name of them. Mild liners. Jeez, I don't have any mild liners here. And the two that I'm not using is I use the Micron pigment pens. Now, they come in about, is it 10 colors? What have I got here? I've got a brown. But they come in, 10 colors, and that's about it. But they're great because it's pigment ink, so it doesn't bleed through your paper at all. And then Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pens. I only have a few of these, but I do plan on getting more. This is India ink, and it doesn't go through your page unless you scrub at it or go over the same place multiple times. So when you're using water-based markers, you have to be careful to not go over what you've already done. And then you're usually good. So what I'm using for this picture right here is, well, let's start with what I'm using, is the Stabilo Point Max. I don't have very many of these, but I use what I have. Then I have the whole set of these. This is the Tombow Fudenosuke, something like that. So these are pigment ink as well, and they have a hard plastic nib. That's, let me check it on here. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bend to it. These are nice to color with, and the colors are kind of on the soft side. I wouldn't exactly call them pastels, but they're on the soft side. Okay, I was gone there for a minute. Let's ask Mr. Niagara to get me a drink. So we got the Dr. Pepper on hand here. So the next thing that I use, and I have the whole set of these, is the I believe it's Pentel Touch, or yeah, And this is the Japanese version that I have, and there is a difference between the Japanese set and the American made set, even though they're called exactly the same thing, Pentel Touch. So yeah, I really like these, and I have the whole set of these, and I think they come in either 8 or 10. No, actually, I think these ones come in 12 colors. Then I use the Prismacolor Premier brush tip markers. They are like that, and these are nice to work with. There's only 4 colors, but they're good to have on hand. Now the next one is, I only have 2 of these, but I like them. It's called Ruchon Petite, and from that name I would imagine they have a regular sized one, but I have to look into that. So these have a tiny point, but it's a little bit bigger than your, is it bigger or is it smaller? I know it colors better than your average fine liner. And finally, more mainstream here is Papermate Flare. I absolutely love Papermate Flares, so I'll keep those there. So this is my current whip. What's coming up is a Chibi Girl picture I just arranged. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's this one. Nope, not that one. Is it this one? Yes. Just arranged a buddy color with this fancy lady picture, so that's coming up. When I'm done that, I will do another page in Ivy, and then I'll go back to a Jen Racine. So I'm kind of rotating them here, and this is the next Jen Racine book. I'm going to color in Time to Hygge. I'm not sure exactly which picture I'll do. I might just start at the beginning. No, I won't. I don't want to do that one. But who knows, I might want to at the time. Socks are good. I like this though, even though it's a dog. I really like that picture. So that takes us to, so let me put these back where they kind of belong. So that takes us to what we're coloring today. We are going to start Astrology Cats, so then I'm going to have 2 works in progress. But this won't take me long to finish. I have decided to do my sign first, and I am a Cancer. So we are going to color the Cancer cat. Oh, I always hated as a kid having my sign be Cancer. I mean, why is it called Cancer, and why did they have to name the disease after the same thing? I don't know. So I haven't decided anything beforehand. We're going into this cold. So I'm going to do Gray Kitty. I don't like coloring brown cats. I usually do gray or orange ones, but I don't know, I'm not feeling this one for orange. Usually, I think I usually use pencils when I'm doing orange cats. But yeah, so we're going to go with gray. Let's pick our shades, because we'll have a lighter gray and a darker gray. So what's a good light color for the cat? I guess warm gray 4. So let's see if I can find that. Yeah, right here. So we'll do a warm gray 4, and then so a darker one would take us to 8. Whoops. That's not the one I need. Warm gray 8 is right here. So now I have to turn the page so that we're looking at the Spectrum Noirs I hope to use today too. So, but we're going to go with these for our grays. So I'm going to go over all the areas where she's done the fur with the dark, and I've got my blotter page. It's a brand new one going in there. So everywhere on the kitty where these heavier lines are is where we're going to do the dark. So she makes it pretty easy for us. Now let's use a chisel. Don't like coloring with the bullet tip. I just use that for small areas. So, yeah, today is Tuesday. Did I tell you that? And it is, well, I guess it was about 3:15 when we started. Yeah. And, yeah, for some reason I didn't post yesterday, and I've been mixed up with my days. Apparently what happened is I lived a day that in between 2 days somewhere. Because I thought Monday was Sunday. Or no, did I miss a day? Well, I thought Monday was Sunday. And then when Monday was over, I was told it was Monday, not Sunday. So I guess I lost a day. I didn't live an extra day. I lost a day. So I was upset that I didn't film, because I had planned to start off trying to do the daily login like I did with the Christmas nativity, because that was fun. I enjoyed doing that. But, ooh, this marker, do I have another 8? Warm gray 8 over here. Yes, I do. Okay. Let me get it. Then I won't feel so bad. Might even have another one of it. What's down here? Number 6. Yeah, no, this might be the only one extra that I have. So we can use as much up of this as we can get out of it. Well, it still looks good. Yeah, so I was kind of upset that I had missed that. So today is Tuesday, and I had planned on filming earlier than this, but it always seems like I film in the late afternoon. I don't film late in the evening because it's just too dark in here. And even during the daytime, unless it's like full on sun streaming through my window, I have to have the lights on, because I don't know, it just seems dark up here. So yeah, now that it's Tuesday, I feel a little weird because it should be Monday to me. So we'll do those pink inside his ears. Sure, the marker's working fine now that I've started using it. Might not have to use that other one after all. Oh, let's just go in and color this whole spot. So today just seems to be one of those days that just like got away on me. Because I slept in for a start. I stayed up until 5 o'clock. Until 5 o'clock this morning. That's the time I went to bed. Usually, I'm like staying up late or just like not going to bed. Basically, I think that's what you can call it when you go to bed at 5 in the morning, is that you didn't go to bed. But I was binge watching this show and I just couldn't stop watching it. It's called Black Spot. That's it. And and I just kept watching another episode, and I'm watching on Netflix, so it puts the next episode on for you, and I wasn't even like paying attention to that happening. It was just like one big long episode that never ended. But oh man, is this show ever good? It is a French show, so it's dubbed. I seem to be watching a lot of those lately. But this, I tried to watch another one, and it was called, why do I want to say it was called Shade? Maybe because it was? Oh, no, I think it was called The Break. But I just couldn't watch it. It was too, oh, I don't know, touchy-feely, I guess. There's a lot of men crying and people getting emotional over everything, and no thank you. It was just like, oh my God, get on with the mystery. And there was only one dead body, and I got to like episode 5 and we hadn't had a second one, so yeah, no, I don't like one dead body shows. I know this makes, if you're not into watching crime shows and thrillers, then it's probably a little hard to understand how we talk about them. But I am a nice kind person. Well, there's a can parked not quite in front of my house. It kind of looks like it's the neighbor's house. We'll see where he goes. So it looks like most of this leg is black except for a little bit there, so I'll make it kind of jagged. Oh, I think he's delivering to the neighbor. Neighbor's standing out on his door. Is he smoking? I don't know. I'm that lady. I sit in this room here. I'm facing great big windows that are almost floor to ceiling, but not quite. Yeah, he delivered to the neighbor. Darn, deliver here. No, I got my parcels yesterday, so I can't complain. So that was like a waste of a day. Sleeping in. Oh, well, since I went to bed so late, I slept in till 10. But it didn't help that Mr. Niagara slept in that late, too. Today's his day off. And then the day just, like, got away from me. Well, another thing is that, so, like, after getting up so late in the day, I'm wasting a good portion of it by sleeping. I go on the internet and it doesn't work. There's no internet. And, it's not a problem on our end. It's like the internet is actually down. So Mr. Niagara is trying to call them to find out, what's up and how long it's going to be type of thing. And he can't get through because the lines are busy, so that means that everybody's trying to call them to find out when they're going to get their internet back. And so I say to myself, I go, oh well, if there's no internet, I'll just spend the day watching Netflix. And then I'm like, I sit down at my computer and then I'm like, Netflix is on the internet. It's amazing, because I told Mr. Niagara that, and he goes, yeah, I was thinking, oh well, I guess I'll just read my email. Nope, can't do that. Can't even read the paper because We just read online sources. But anyways, I don't know how long it was out for because I just settled down to some coloring, and I left my Instagram open, and I guess it refreshes or something. I don't know. But it loaded. No. I did have it open, but I also had YouTube open. And YouTube is the one that came back online. Let me know. But you know, was I coloring? Because what did I color? I finished that picture last night. I only did a little bit. I only did a little bit of green on that picture. So, what the heck was I coloring? See, now I've totally lost time. I don't even know what I was doing. Ugh. Do you ever feel like you're wasting your time when you're sleeping? That's kind of the way I've gotten right now. It's like, sleep? I don't want to sleep. I got so many things to do. I got so many pages to color. I don't have time for sleep. Who needs sleep? And apparently I do need sleep. Just not as much of it as I used to. Like, I used to be one of these people that, like, slept till, you know, I could sleep until lunchtime. No problem. And I mean, there was a period there where I slept in until like 10 o'clock every day. Because I didn't have any other reason to get up so early. So, you know, why bother? But now, if I go to bed at proper time, I'm up between 3:30 and 5. And it can vary, but, you know, the 4 o'clock-ish area is, I could say, would be my normal time. And I mean, who on earth gets up that early? Only really old people. Now, I'm an old people, not a really old people. I still consider people old who are older than me, so I don't consider myself the old people. I think of old as being, I guess, 70. 70 is what I consider to be old. But, you know, that's 20 years older than me. 20 years is a long time before I'll be an old people. Mr. Niagara is 8 years older than me, though, so will I think of him as old? I don't know. Time just goes by so fast sometimes. It's like I have more things to do with my time now than I did when I was younger. And of course, time is more precious. Just wasted it when I was young. Saying I'm bored and doing nothing. Really bothered me when my kids would say that they were bored. I'd tell them, there's no such thing as being bored. There's only boring people. So, are you a boring person? Do you get bored being with your own, spending time with your own company? You have to learn to do things alone that if you have things to do when you're alone, you don't get bored. I very rarely, like, there's like once in a blue moon, I'll just suddenly go to Mr. Niagara, you know, I'm bored. And then he'll be like, well, read. And I'm like, I'm tired of reading. Well, color. I'm just not in the mood right now. And go do one of the other million crafts you've got supplies all over the house in the attic and the storage room full of. I do. If I ever give up on... Okay, so it looks like this pen is running out. But if I ever gave up on coloring, which I don't ever see as happening, I have plenty of crafts waiting on the sidelines for me to take them up again. But usually I don't do more than one craft at a time. I get into a craft real gung-ho. Alright, so I'm going to have to finish his body here, or else we'll have lines all over it. Hopefully it's not a big difference. Oh. What am I doing? I want WG4. I didn't think it was going to run out. Oh, I don't even know if I have another. Yes, I do, right there. Alright, well, he's got a little black spot in the middle of him. Maybe I'll add a few more so that it doesn't look lonely. This kind of looks like it might be a different color too, so let's go back down here. You know, even if they are from the same set, these are all Ohuhus. Even if they are all Ohuhus, sometimes you'll have a slight difference in shade. Do you think I'm all talked out now? I don't write myself notes anymore. I just kind of go with stream of consciousness talking. But I should probably write notes so that if I ever don't have anything to say, I have backup. I still have those Would You Rather sheets going because those were fun. Those are fun to talk about each one. You guys seem to enjoy them too. I'd always have several of you playing along with me in the comments, answering the Would You Rathers. Alright, so just up his tail here and then gonna call it quits for today because it's been over 20 minutes. And I figure if I go over 20 minutes every day, it will get me to an hour. But you guys seem to watch more if it's an hour and a half or longer. I don't know. Everybody always talks about how this is just going to be a quick video, and you know, sorry I'm taking so long, and all that kind of thing. And I seem to have gotten all the watchers who are like, more. This is too short. Like this morning my outside of his ears too. This morning my my finished pages video went on, and somebody commented in the comments, said, "Don't you just love getting up and watching an hour-long finished pages video?" And that's one of my. It's a toss-up between my haul and my finished pages. I think they're probably equal in how much people enjoy watching those. I get a lot of hits on them. So I will never stop making those videos. These vlog videos that I make here, they're just for my regulars. You're the regular gang out there watching this. So there we have our cat started. Got a bit more to do on him. So I will see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll put this aside and we'll continue on with this tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And now I've got all my markers mixed up with my used ones here, so I don't know which one ran out of ink. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Hi guys, here we are back for Wednesday. I almost didn't record today. It is 7:35 in the evening and it's really dark, so my room is kind of dim and gloomy, so I will do my best with putting a light filter on here so that you can see it at its best. And let's continue on with our picture here. So we colored the cat. So far, it looks like nothing was done. You know, it could be grayscale. But we did our cat. Now we're gonna get some pink out so that we can do his ears and his rosy cheeks. So I want a nice pink. Let's go with begonia from the what do you call these things? Spectrum Noirs. Orchid, cranberry. Oh, you know what? I'm not finding orchid. That was begonia. What did I say? I said begonia. Okay, there we go. Not even the one I was looking for. Has that ever happened to you? You're looking for a number on your markers or your pencils and you're just looking by number, and halfway through searching for it, your mind has switched it to a different number that's not there. I seem to do that frequently. Okay, well then I guess I'll probably do the eyes. I always do my cats with green eyes. I don't know why. My cat doesn't have green eyes, but when I think of cat's eyes, I think of green ones. So today was a bummer of a day. Well, at least Mr. Niagara and our 20-year-old, they got out for a bit of a walk today, as they had to take the car in for some maintenance, and it's just at the end of our road, so it's not a big deal. And let me get some black. This is an Ohuhu. These are the budget-friendly alcohol markers that I use. God only knows what's going on with the Copic marker refills here in Canada. I'll have to contact the company that I have a back order with them and see what, well, let's keep it out, see what they have to say. And now green for the eyes. So I've got lots of greens here. What's a good one? LG5. I'd like to get some more Spectrum Noirs, but they're a little pricey, and the thought of buying a pencil that I mean a marker that I'm not going to refill is not really good. I know that Spectrum Noir now has refills for the markers, but the only place that I've found that I know of that sells them is Dick Blick, and they charge like $70 to ship something to Canada, so that's out of the question. Wish we had a Dick Blick here in Canada. Like, I don't even have any art stores near me. Okay, just a minute before I go on my rant. Where's the black? Okay. So, oh no, I want to use this one. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Okay, so we're going to do our outline on the cat. And since we've got such gray parts and only a little bit of the light gray, I'm just going to use black for the whole thing. So there are some art stores here, just not very close to where I live. There's nothing. We have Michael's, and when you go to the town, the city, St. Catherine's, that we go to quite often because it's not far away. It's only less than a 20-minute ride to get there. They don't have an art store. They have a Michael's, which is, okay, what's going on here? I think I should have colored that in with the gray, and we are on an oopsie because I do not know what color I used. It looks like a warm gray 5, so let's test that out over here. What's a warm gray 4 look like? Yeah, I've had so many things going that I didn't save out my markers from last time. That's way too light. Well, you know what? If I do this warm gray 5, where did it go? It's going to look like this dark stuff here, so we're alright. Yeah, see, it's matching that. And what's this? Is that sky? Yeah, I think that's sky. Alright, so where was I? I was here. So yeah, St. Catherine's, our closest city, has a Michael's, and it's a bigger selection than ours here, but it's not a good selection. The only open stock pencils they have are Goldfaber and Prismacolor, and they don't have them all. They do have all the Goldfabers, but they don't have all the Prismas. They just have some. So my chances are that I would go in there looking for the pencil that I want, and they wouldn't have any of them. Oh, well, you know, that's what happened. Where did I end up getting them from? In the mail. That's right, yeah. So yeah, I did. I had like 6 colors that I wanted. I think I told you guys about this. And they had 2. So that was a real mess. And so the only other place that we go to is where my son lives, and that's an hour and a half away from here. And we don't go down there very often. Mr. Niagara is starting to not enjoy driving at night. So if we go down there, we're inevitably coming back at night. And we can't afford to spend the night in a hotel, motel, whatever. Those just aren't in our budget. But when I was in Kitchener, I guess probably a couple of summers ago, and we went to Enquiries, which is one of the stores that I order from online, and they're the ones that have, are they the ones? I'd have to look, but I think they're the ones that have the Copic inks. Most places, like Canadian places that I've checked, they sell Copic markers, but they don't sell the ink. I mean, how dumb is that? you're not going to get repeat customers. And those Copic people who buy your Copic markers are going to end up going somewhere else where they sell both. Which may just be, it's either Delta or Enquiries. Those are two Canadian online shops. Don't really like Descartes very much. They don't seem to have what I want. They are a big operation, but you know, they have some stuff and don't have other stuff, and they don't seem to have what I want. Well, it was just absolute heaven when I went into the art store in Kitchener. That I just, oh, it was just amazing looking at all the open stock things, pan pastels, pencils, markers. Just everything. And they had a little aisle that was clearance, and there was cool stuff in there. I ended up buying a couple of things. I can't remember what at this point. Oh, I did buy some Winsor & Newton markers, some pro markers. There. That's all I remember. Okay, so there. That's looking a lot better. Now let's find a darker pink to outline those. What one did I use? Begonia. That's over there, so ooh. I'll have to go with a perk. No, I'll just have to go to the Ohuhus. So, looks like Vivid Pink might be the only one. So that's 9. I may have said this before, but I am trying to use my Spectrum Noirs first, because I just have a cube of them. I have these little desk cubes with all my pencils in them. I can't show you one because they're all full, but I don't know if I can get this one down to show you. Yeah, this one just has a little bit of stuff in it. So they come like this. Where are we? Yeah, they come like this with two plastic things in them. So you can have them divided into 4 shapes, or you can take this one out. I don't know if you can see me. Of course, now I won't get it back down because this has fallen and is in the way. Okay, enough messing around. Or, so if you take one out, then you'll end up with 2. You'll end up with 2 big triangles, which is the way I do it with a lot of them. Or you can just take them out all together and have a cube, and that's what I've done with my Spectrum Noirs, and they fill up the cube. Almost. There's just one line of markers that could fit on the top. So those are what I'm trying to use up first, because I'm not going to be replacing them. I think I have Spectrum Noirs on my wish list. I'm not sure. I can't remember at this point, because I just checked for a second to see if I was recording. I totally forgot that I'd pushed the button, and all of a sudden it was like, are you recording? Yes, I am. What was I saying? Something about the storage of the markers, and then not buying any more Spectrum Noirs. I have them on my wish list. Ah, there we go. That's how I remember things, by going back to a certain point and trying to figure out every single thing I did along the way. So, yeah, I was saying I think I have the Spectrum Noirs on my wish list, but I don't think I've been down that far. I have a couple of wish lists. I just have to stop for a minute because My arthritis is really bothering me. I've only really just started to get arthritis, but it's like everywhere. One thing I know I don't have is rheumatoid arthritis, though, because my dad had it and my sister has it, and I know how crippling that can be, but there's a, I don't know what they call it, but there's a thing in your blood that will tell you if you're going to get rheumatoid arthritis at some point. And I don't have it, so it means that I won't be getting. Well, I don't think it can tell that you are going to get it, but it can tell if you're not. So I didn't have this thing. So I know I'm not getting rheumatoid arthritis, but they can't. They contest. Yeah, so I know my arthritis isn't that kind, but who knows what kind it is. The thing is, and let's get back to working now, the crab is going to be red because I like red crabs. So that's a bit bright red. Let's try CR9. So the doctors aren't even testing me for arthritis. They just tell me, you know, when I tell them about pains and aches, stuff I have, they'll say, yeah, that's arthritis. You've got arthritis there. But they can't do anything about it because all medications that are for arthritis are NSAIDs. And an NSAID is a muscle relaxant type of thing. And I can't take NSAIDs because I had bariatric surgery, and all muscle relaxant type of medicine is toxic to me. I could die from having it. So I've never had one. Like I can't take ibuprofen, and I can't. Well, the other thing that I can't take that's toxic to my system is aspirin. So the only over-the-counter pain medicine I can have is Tylenol. And if a prescription drug has aspirin or any kind of ibuprofen, NSAID, muscle relaxant, they're all the same thing. I can't take that. So since there's nothing that they can do about my arthritis, nothing they can give me, they just don't, and I just have to suffer. But I am taking a painkiller for my back and my hip and my shoulder and basically for the general pain throughout my body. And that works a little bit. It tames down the... Geez, I don't know what color crab's eyes are. I think I'll just do that black and the rest of them red. So, yeah, that's my state there. Now, I was just thinking of another thing to say when I was doing that. I was thinking arthritis, and I can't get NSAIDs. I don't know. I've forgotten what else I was going to say. Something else will come to my mind soon. Oh, I guess I had started on about the kind of, I think that's part of this arm. It's got a couple of little tiny flecks in it, so we'll make it so. So I woke up about 5, which I thought was good. But the thing is I went to bed last night at 9:30, and Mr. Niagara was watching hockey, and so I just decided to come into the bedroom with him and, get into bed and do some reading while he watched, just so we could, be together. And Well, next thing I know is I woke up at 5:30 and my tablet and my glasses were over on his side of the bed because he'd had to take them away from me because I'd fallen asleep. He said I fell asleep like practically right away. Okay, I think maybe we'll leave that and do it with something sparkly so that he's got like a gem necklace on it. I hate being Cancer. Does anybody else hate being Cancer? I mean, look at what the symbol is. This is our symbol, 69. Not saying any more about that, but that is not a nice symbol to have. I know that's not what it really is. It's some kind of swirls. But that's what it looks like, so what should the outside of that be? Maybe we'll go with, because this is in space, so it's like a planet. I guess planets can be all sorts of colors, can't they? Let's go with GT2 because it's one of my favorite colors. So I got up at 5, which I thought was good, and you know, did all my morning stuff, and finally came into the computer room with my coffee and sat down to do my social media stuff. And I did all that, no problem. And so then I started to relax to a YouTube video, and now it's like 10 o'clock and I just started to droop. I didn't scribble on my page, thank goodness, but then I drooped again. So I thought, I'm not sitting here falling asleep and ruining another picture, because I've ruined 2 so far this month, and it's only the 6th. So not good. Okay, so we're going to do the stars and sparkly, and we will do the moon green for green cheese. No, we'll do the moon. Well, stars might be yellow. Okay, let's do it orange. Orange too. An orange moon. Does that make sense? We don't really have a color scheme going on for this. Wait, I shouldn't have put that away. What did I just use? Oh yeah, here we go. I'll do this down here in color coordinated. Do the orange and the green and the pink go together. Those are all spring colors. Cancer is in summer, so let's do the Cancer sign in the green, the pink, let's set this out, dark pink, light pink, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then the letters in black. So let's do that, then we'll get out the sparkle and the embellishment stuff. I'm not going to paint the sky black. It'd take too much effort for a relaxing picture like this. So, we'll have dark. Okay, so we'll do dark pink, then the green, and then the light pink in there so I can go over. Yep, that works. So I went to bed and I slept till noon. And so I got up and I was just really lethargic. But I figured that every time I start falling asleep like this, I should just go to bed instead of sitting there and falling asleep. Because if I need sleep, then it's best to just get into bed, lay down, and have your sleep. because I'm basically going on 5 hours a night, and that's what old people go on. And they nap during the day, so yes, I'm starting to lead. I've got the internal clock of an old person. Excuse me while I have a sip of Dr. Pepper. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, he's a pepper, we're a pepper too. Drink Dr. Pepper. Ooh, that wet my whistle. So I'm pretty busy these days though with social media. My, well, let's talk about the generous scene color along first. It's going well. People are adding pictures on Instagram with the tag. And I've seen people mention or show a book on YouTube and say that they're going to color. The astrological cat has been mentioned a couple of times, so hopefully we'll see those on YouTube. And hopefully what I was wanting to do was to introduce people to her and hopefully find a couple of people, you know, end up with people who like her as much as I do. But it's the ivy and the inky butterfly color along that has taken over my life at the moment. A lot of people have joined the Facebook group, so it's getting into, well, it is a decent size for a group, especially one that only started like I don't know how many months ago. Not that many months ago anyways. And we need to outline the crab. Let's do that. We get the really dark red. I think I'm better off with a 1. So I didn't clean my desk for you today because I was thinking, you know, if I'm doing these vlogs, then you're really supposed to be seeing a glimpse of my daily coloring life. And if I clean up my desk all neat and tidy, you don't get to see what the stuff I'm working on, or what the mess that I'm working in. I don't know. Tell me if you would prefer that I tidy off the desk and have only what I'm working on at this time on here. If you do, I'll clean it up. Only takes a few minutes to shove everything out of sight of the camera. But I kind of like the idea of this capturing a moment of my coloring time, as if you had just dropped by the house and, well, this is what I was doing, so you have to look at me in my mess. So, yeah, a lot of people have joined and a lot of people are participating. Both people who are working on completing the book and people who are just working on pages. So, in case you're interested, my group has challenges. Every month there's a group challenge, and it can be everything from oh yeah, we made that part of the arm. It can be everything from a color palette, which it is this month, to asking you to do something a little off the wall, like we did a fire and ice challenge where you had to color half of the page in blues and the other half of the page in red and orangey yellows. And that was all you were allowed to add. Not going to go around the top of his eyes, so it'll just black out. Well, I wonder if I can go on top of the line to make it a little thicker. There we go. And should I do the little dibby dabs? Yeah, that works. So I think I'll leave this for tomorrow. So we'll finish it off. Yeah, I've talked for over 30 minutes now, so don't want this to be huge. So, yeah, I'm going to close off now and finish these. I'm going to finish up these little doodads on here. And then I might put the doodads in here as well. And then I'll stop and we'll finish the rest of it off tomorrow, which is Thursday. So this is not the week I go for my pain shot. They'd like me to go once a week, and I would like to go once a week too, but it just doesn't fit in with Mr. Niagara's work schedule, because he works shifts, and they're all over the place. And he's told them that, you know, twice a month, or like every 2 weeks on Thursday, he can't come in until after lunch because my appointment's in the morning. But he can't take any more work off of that. He can't be taking me down there every week. So even though it would help my pain, it's just not feasible. If he doesn't work, we don't have the money for the gas to get there, so, you know. Alright, so I'm going to say toodaloo, but not for long, so we'll see you tomorrow. Hello, and welcome to my mess. This is what I've been working on, and I thought it was time to excuse me, thought it was time to log on and get back to work on our astrology cat. So this is Ivy and the Inky butterfly that I'm working on. I'm working on this page, and I'm using the color palette that is the January challenge in my group. Any picture can be colored, but I'm putting it into the Ivy books so that it helps me get pages done. So I'll set that aside, and I have our astrology cat waiting for us here. Almost just as we left him. Do I still have the board? Yeah, okay. So, what did I do? Oh yes, I finished off these things here. I think I said I was going to finish off the bottom row, but all I got was the flag part at the end, so we still have to do the sign. The other thing I did was that I went out with some outlining around the planet. Doesn't look like I did the moon. And these. So all the outlining and coloring is done on everything that we want except for this, which I didn't notice. Let's go with yellow ochre. And then once I get this done, we will get out the gel pens and paint markers and whatever we need to finish off all the bits that are left. So I'm gonna do the sign. So what I need for this is, what happened to my black? Ah, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to go over the words with black, and we're going to do the background with pink. So let's do that first, because if I go into the line, into the words, black is going to cover them up. Actually, I shouldn't really mind much at all. And just around here. Let's be careful. And the inside of the circle there can be done in the dark color. So yeah, since I'm going over this with black, I'm just going to go right over the letters instead of trying to go past, go around them. So today I spent the day basically doing all the coloring things that I needed to do. I finished a buddy color. What did I do? Then I contacted her that it was done. What else did I do over there? Well, a lot of talking to people on messaging on Instagram and Facebook. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of people that I'm having ongoing conversations with, because some people are on Instagram and some people are on Facebook, and I'm not sure who contacted me on what. So I have to double check. Plus then there's people who contact me through my email. So we'll do these dark. And yeah, I knew those were going to fill in, so we'll just do them dark. Now let's go around to the border. A lot of people starting to talk about COVID in their videos more, which I'm guilty of too, but I find it annoying. I just wish I could go online and just forget about it all for a while. So let's see if I can keep my videos COVID-free. It's there, it's affecting my life to a small degree and my loved ones' lives, but I will not talk about it anymore. Alright, time for the black. This is not the most attractive picture I've ever done. I have to tell you that. I don't know why. It's like I shouldn't have put the dark part on the cat, but that's what I always do. So don't have a heck of a lot to say today. It's just been... Well, I'm working on my sleeping. I did stay up last night until 3 o'clock, but then I slept in until 9:30, so that's, let's do, say 3:30, 4:35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30. Okay, so that's 5 hours of sleep, which is very good to me, because usually I was getting anywhere from 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night for a long time, because I was up in the morning at anywhere between 3:30 sometimes, but mostly between 4 and 5. A sleep-in would be 6. But the night before, I don't think I ever got around to telling you this, said I went to bed at 9 and was out like a light. I took my tablet in and was wearing my glasses, and Mr. Niagara told me that I was out right away, and I didn't even remember reading. So that night I got a lot of sleep, because now I seem to be sleeping in until 9 or 10. So I don't know. Which would I rather do? Would I rather sleep in late to catch up on my hours or get up early in the morning and get lots of stuff done. But then, do you know what? And you know, I've only just noticed it. Today, for the first time in a long time, I did not fall asleep during the day. Didn't have any of my episodes. So maybe this is working. Go to bed when I'm tired and sleep until I get up. But I need to stay up later to be able to get up later. Which only makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so what are we going to do here? He's got his collar, and that should be extra sparkly colors because he likes glitter. So let's use one of my, let's not use pink because we've got too much pink. That's some, oh, let's bring back in the green. Do I have a green? Yeah, so these are my Crayola iridescent pens, and these are fabulous. I really love them. So what goes with green? I don't want to bring the pink in. I could bring the red in because it's only there. Okay, green and red is Christmassy. But it doesn't have to be. Okay, let's do it. So I guess my red is going to be a link shine. So it must be working because I don't know how long it has been since I didn't have an episode of falling asleep while I was doing something. It's been like days in a row. And my feet aren't so swollen today. My feet have been swollen so bad for like the last month. It's just been like I've been hobbling. My shoes don't fit. I can't even get my foot in them. Right here. But they're just very minimally swollen now. Maybe it's because I need more sleep. Well, I used to be a chronic insomniac. And, you know, I've been taking, I take sleeping pills, though they're not really your full-blown sleeping pills. These ones just relax you so that you can fall asleep. And so some nights I don't need them, but other nights, if it's getting late and I'm feeling relaxed, I take them, and they make me fall asleep. Or it doesn't even have to be getting late. It's just, should I do green or red? Well, you know what? I'm going to do the symbol in black. So there. There. So I think red will show up better on that. That answered my question pretty fast, didn't it? So my plan is that we're going to finish him off today, and then tomorrow I am going to do my reading plans for the month. I'm going to tell you which read-alongs I'm going to try to participate in. What's going on? Not wanting to work? Yeah, that's fine. The link shines take a long time to dry, so when you're finished your page, just go set it aside somewhere and pick it up the next day or something. It's not really of much concern in a book like this, but if you're working in a double-sided book, you don't want to get gel pen smudges on your other pages. My voice is a little froggy, husky, isn't it? Well, it's probably definitely because I haven't done much talking today. I got Hannah Carlson's Midnight Masquerade this month, and I'm so glad to finally have it. Just in time before she comes out with her new books. So I'm really excited about the new one, the Tales of something or other. And I really, really want her best of book that's coming out. And I think it's called Grains of Gold. But it's got like best of, maybe her favorite pages or fan favorites, or I don't know how they're being picked, but it's a best of book, so it just has pictures from all of her other books. Plus it has something like either 11 or 16, I don't know why those two numbers are coming to me, original illustrations in there, and some of them are like science fiction type pictures, so those are really awesome. Plus, I only have 3 of her books. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see if I can get you to see the sparkle. There. Just got to hold it up to the light properly. There, you can see it. Very nice and shiny. Whoops, I just wrote on my hand. Okay, so we're going to need some yellow or some gold for those stars. I think maybe I will use this because I'm always trying to think of ways to use this. So I never use it. It is some kind of Japanese ink brush, and it's got gold ink in it. Let me just see how it looks again. Yeah, it looks good, but I think we need to shake it. And then maybe I'll go over the lines when we're done. It's basically painting inside these stars with the brush. And when this is all finished, it'll make a nice water brush. Or I can put ink in it again. So, did I finish my thought? That I was going to show, oh yeah, I did. I was going to show you what hashtags I'm participating in tomorrow. So that'll be fun. I have to say I really liked logging in every day here. Hopefully the video isn't terribly long. So if it's 2 hours, it's going to be boring. Because I am so boring. So I have to concentrate a bit to do this and not get out of the line, so I went out a bit on that one. And here's my last one. There. Now I'm not sure if they will shine. No, you can't really see the shine. And now I will get some gold and go around the edges. Maybe, I haven't used this in a long time. Let's see how I feel about this one. It's not really covering up. Well, it did there. Did it stop working? Okay. Maybe I should start at the top where they're drier. Can't tell if that's covering up the black or not. No, I won't use it if I can't tell. What have we got here? Oh no, that's like glitter paint. Where's my gold Sparkle Pop? I'm running out of my gold and my silver Sparkle Pops, so I'm going to have to take a look online and see if they can be bought singly. So I don't need to buy the full pack of the other colors yet. They're running low, but I need the gold and the silver pretty much right away. How do you guys store your backups? You know, like if you have backup markers to replace your, you know, your Sharpies, or gel pens to back up your other ones, you know, your white pens, or even pencils. Because I especially have a mess of markers that are all backups, and it's getting difficult to know. Well, I know where to look, but it's getting to the point where I just have to start at the top and start working my way down every single time I need to get a backup that I've got in storage for something. I'm just using these little drawers. They're a little, I can't see it from here, but I think there's 5 drawers in it, and they're just little ones that sit on your desk, and each one is big enough to hold a bunch of pens or markers. But each one is full of a bunch of different pens or markers. I have a pencil case, one of those ones where you put 3 in a slot. Well, I don't like those. I don't like using those, but I've got a couple from before I knew that, and one of them I'm using for my backup pencils. And basically, that's working out at this point. Okay, that looks good. That's a good combination. See if I can get the glitter to show for you. Do you need more or back? Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it looks good. Okay, so is there anything else left to do? Eyes are kind of looking at me like, I could draw one of those manga lines in. Where's a white gel pen? Here we go. Oh, by the way, I'm using these Arteza white pens, and what they say is true. They're the best ones I've ever used. There. Dare I put a circle in there? Oh, I just put that in the wrong place. There, got rid of most of it. There. It doesn't look that great, but I think they're supposed to be bigger. Oh, we'll go on, make it bigger. Okay, that's it. That's my feeble attempt at manga eyes. Okay, so she's done, which means that I can stamp her. And today is January, oh, I already got it set, January 7th. So I always stamp my pictures in this corner. And if this corner becomes not stampable because of the way it was colored or the way the picture is, then I'll do this corner, and if I can't do that corner, I just find somewhere on the page to stamp. But it's always there. It's become habit. So yeah, there she is. I don't know. It's not the greatest. But, well, we did it, didn't we? So I will do this page on my own because I think they sort of need to go together. So that'll be my next picture I do in here. My next Jen Racine picture. So I'm just going to leave that open because that gel pen all needs to dry. So let's see if I put it here if stuff falls. Nope. Okay, well, we've been 20 minutes, so I'm going to say goodbye, and tomorrow I will maybe show you the second page finished, but we will definitely take a look at my coloring challenges that I'm working on. So, see ya! Hello, folks! Almost let the day get ahead of me today. It's 5 o'clock, and all of a sudden I thought, you haven't filmed today! So, here I am. As I mentioned before, we wouldn't be coloring today, so this is my desk as it was like 2 seconds before I turned the camera on. I'm right in the middle of coloring this picture here from Scandi Nature by Jen Racine. And I just got out my last, I just got out the blues, and I haven't filmed today, came into my head. So, going to set, well, you know what, let's keep this here so you have something to look at, because we were just going to have a chat. I was going to tell you what was coming up for me, or what's going on for me in January. So this is my planner. I still call it a day timer because that's a brand, and that's just what we used to call them back in the old days. Sonny, that's what we called them. We called them day timers. Okay, that's enough of that. So, what I'm doing. So, we'll talk about the yearly things, and we'll talk about the monthly things, sort of interspersed with each other. So we'll let you look at the picture while I look at the book. So, obviously I'm working on the 10 books that I want to finish in a year. Some of them I've broken up into how many I need to work on a month, and with Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, I've even broken it down into weeks. Well, I'm not the one who broke it down. It was somebody in my group that did, and I thought, you know what? That's a great way of thinking of it, because the lower the number is, the easier it seems to be. So I was thinking of it as needing to do 10 pages a month, and that's kind of like, oh boy, you know, how can I do that? But if we break it down into weeks, it's 3 a week. And 3 a week, I can do that, no problem. 1 hard one and two simpler ones. but I've already done 5 this month, so I think I'm doing okay with Ivy so far. Off to a great start, as they say. This month I'm doing the Jen Racine color along, and I am so happy and thrilled with the participation in this. I didn't expect it to be huge because, I'm throwing a possibly new artist out there at you. But this is exactly what I hoped would happen, is that you guys would see her and like her and decide, well, I have her books, I'm going to have to color in them. Or say, well, I like her and I need to go get one of her books, or 2 or 3. And so on. And that's exactly what's happened. I've had plenty of comments here and on Instagram of people coloring her pictures and people saying that they're buying a book. So I am so glad that you have been introduced to Jen Racine, and keep it up throughout the months so we can show her some love. So I'm working on that, and what's the other thing that's not one of my 10 books? Oh, and also winter. I'm working on winter for January, February, and a good part of March, because spring doesn't start until March 21st or the 20th. It changes these days. Back in the old day, it used to always be the 21st. So, yeah. So I haven't colored anything that classifies for winter yet, but hopefully I will. Well, you know what? The pictures in Jen Racine's Winter Wonders, I've colored one of those. So we've got that. And the other thing that's not one of my 10 books is the buddy color in the Flying Colors magazine with Lisa. So we do 2 of those a month, and I've done 1 of those so far. So that leaves me with, I'll tell you my progress so far on my 10 books. I've picked up a new one, so I actually have 11 books going now, because I decided that I was going to, I bought Hannah Lynn's Celebrates the Holidays. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. And it's a year's worth of holidays, so I decided to work on that. So I colored for January, we're supposed to color New Year's Eve, Super Bowl, and Chinese New Year. So I've colored the Chinese New Year, and I chose the simpler version for that. And Chinese New Year and Super Bowl don't happen till January 29th or so. So I'll be coloring those, and I'll wait a week and then I'll start working on those. So one of the 3. The Jade Summers Color by Number book, I've done 1 in it. I need to do 2 a week, so I need to do that. The Colored Questopia Horror book, I haven't done anything. The Nice Little Town 10, I need to do 2 1/4 a month, and I haven't done any yet. I haven't done anything in It's Fall, Y'all, Love Treats, or the Disney Babies. Party Patterns, I need to do 2 this month. I've done 1. The Mandala book, I've done 1 in, and that's those books. Now, back to the hashtags, because I was going to tell you about the hashtags that I'm participating in, or trying to participate in. Now, where did I put them? Okay. So the January ones, and I will just, every time I post a picture on Instagram, I will put it I will tag it with one of these hashtags if it falls in the category. So I try and keep the hashtags in my mind, or in this case on paper. And if a picture suits, then it gets the tag. I don't pull out books for the tag that I have to color. So it's kind of random whether I'll do these or not. But there is warm up color along, so anything that's warm and cozy. Some of my generous scene stuff should fall in there. Then there's a details color along. And is that for this? Yeah, that's just for the month. So that's to color something detailed, and I'm sure I'll do something. Blue flowers is something, so I'm going to be making blue flowers on this page, and I'll remember to do that in other ones. Candy color along I may not get to. Johanna January, duh. I will do that because I'm doing Ivy. January flakes, something with snowflakes in it. I just colored something. No, those were stars. We'll see. I might get to that one. January Color Your Hoard 2021. Now, I've always participated in Color Your Hoard, but I'm not sure if I'm getting to any books that I haven't colored in this month or not. We'll have to see. Then there's an Alice along from February to March. I have a lot of Alice stuff, but I'm not sure if I'll get into that or not. There is a Fairy January, and I'll keep my eye out for fairies. Now, the year-long ones that I'm definitely going to participate in is obviously Nikki and the Inky Butterfly. That's mine. Then the Hannah Lynn one I was telling you about was Whimsy Girls 2021, and that's to work through the Celebrate Holidays book. But you can only work at it at the pace that the host is giving us, and I've forgotten who the host is, but I'm subscribed to her YouTube channel, so she gave us those 3 to color in January. I've got the Alice Along in here as well, but that's just till March. There's a Color Questopia 2021, so my horror and nightmare creatures will qualify for that, and when I'm done that Color Questopia book, I will move on to another one. There is an Elena annual going on this year, which I really want to participate in because last year I discovered Elena Lazareva, and I'm really anxious to color more of her. Then there's Coloring Spooky 2021, and I have lots of spooky stuff, so just keep my eye open for that. Then there's a Kawaii Color Along 2021, and I color a lot of cute stuff, but for this one it has to be kawaii, meaning Japanese styled cute, and my Chibi Girls will count for that. Oh, that's one I forgot. Chibi Girls, yes. I need to do 9 pictures out of that book this month and 9 next month. And I have got I have got 5 done so far this month, so I'm getting buddy colors. One of them I did on my own, and the rest are buddy colors, and I've got another buddy color waiting for me to tell her it's time. So she's like hanging in the wings waiting for me to answer her. So I am doing great with Chibi Girls, and the forecast I had of finishing that book by the end of February, it is real. So we'll see. Then there's a PDF color along, and I always seem to get a few PDFs done every month, so we'll look into that one. Then there's Get Your Haven On 2021, and that's to work in Creative Haven. Now, I'm not a regular Creative Haven user, but yeah, I guess user is the right word. But I should definitely get those out more. And I do work regularly in the George Tufexis. I usually do one of him at least a month. And then the last one is a fab year, 2021, and that's Fabiana Attanasio. And now she's one of my favorite illustrators, but I don't know how often I'm going to get her in. But knowing that there's a year-long one going on for her, I'm definitely going to try and do a few of her fairy tale books for sure. I'd love to do one of her mythographic books, but I'm not too sure about those. I'll have to wait and see, because the year is busy for me and I am loving every second of it. Having stuff to color, knowing what I need to color every month, it's exciting. So yeah, I know some people could maybe feel weighed down by that, and that used to be kind of the way I felt, but I'm not feeling that way at all. I feel because I'm doing that 10 books in a year thing, and so many other people are too, it feels like I belong to a community of people doing that, and my success is their success, and their success is my success type of deal. So yeah, it's going along good. I got lots to keep me busy for the year, and my month is going along. So as we get close to the end of the month, I will tell you how I did. Or maybe at the beginning of February I'll tell you how I did. So anyways, this is what I'm working on. And what's coming up next week for the vlog? Well, I have been asked by a few people that they wanted me to color in a walk in Eden. I forgot the title name for a minute there. A Walk in Eden. So some people wanted me to color in that. Somebody wanted me to do another mixed media piece like who was it? Tinkerbell. Like the Tinkerbell picture that I did a few months back there. And there was a few other people who would like to see me do more mixed media. So that's what's going to put that all together into next week's vlog, and I'm going to try and do a mixed media piece in A Walk in Eden. It's the beginning pages. I'll have to take another look at it as I make plans to go through it, but I remember it being a good book for that. There's a lot of open spaces and that. So yeah, so keep the ideas coming to me of what you would like to see me do, or what you'd like more of, or you know, this book, that book, this type of coloring, that type of coloring, this supply, that supply. Just throw it at me, and then that helps me come up with these ideas. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week. This is the end of our blog. Thanks for joining me through the week. I had a good time, and I hope you did too. So in the meantime, I will see you again on next Monday. Bye!